Notes. Chapter 2, Mystics, the Numerologist, and the Philosopher. Descartes was one of the principal architects. A more detailed description of Descartes' contributions is represented in Chapter 4. Iconized numerator Descartes 1644, credited with introducing the words Iamblichus circa 300 AD A.B. Descartes in Argentry 1987. Biographies of Pythagoras from the 3rd century. Lartius circa 250 AD, Porphyry circa 270 AD, Iamblichus circa 300 AD B. Finds it difficult to identify Aristotle circa 350 BC. Discussed in Burkett 1972. The Greek historian Herodotus 440 BC, Empedocles circa 492 until 432 BC, and admiration Porphyry circa 270 AD. For instance, the monarchical discussion of the Pythagorean perspective can be found in Stormier and Westbrook 1999. The English historian of philosophy Stanley 1687. The fact that someone would find numbers for fascinating compilation of properties of numbers. See Wells 1986. Pythagoras asked someone to count, cited in Hate 1921. I swear by the discoverer Iamblichus circa 300 ADA, discussed in Guthrie 1987. When two similar strings, Stormier and Westbrook 1999, Stanley 1687. The word gnomon, a marker T.L. Hart, gives a detailed discussion of the term and what it meant at different times. Head 1921. The mathematician Theon of Smyrna circa 17 until 135 AD used the term in relation to the figurative expression of numbers described in the text in mathematics, useful for understanding Plato. Theon of Smyrna circa 130 AD. We listen to those who wish. You will notice that in his comment, Proclus does not state specifically what he himself believes with respect to the question of whether Pythagoras was the first to formulate the theorem. The story about the ox appears in the writings of Lartius, Porphyry, and the historian Plutarch circa 46 until 120 AD. It is based on verses by Apollodorus. However, the verses only talk about the famous proposition without stating which proposition this was. See Lartius circa 250 AD, Plutarch circa 75 AD. These constructions were clearly known. Renan and Veliozat 1947, Van der Waden 1983. The basic philosophy expressed by the table, this cosmology was based on the notion that reality emerges from the fact that matter, considered indefinite except by form, considered the limit. The book Philosophy of Dummies, Morris 1999. The old self-helping story, George Gaudier 2006, from the perspective of the good questions of the Pythagorean contributions and their influence can be found in Hoffman 1999, Ridwell 2005, George Gaudier 2006, and Huffman 2006 in the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. One of the Pythagoras Fritz 1945. The recognition of the existence of countable, I do not discuss topics such as transfinite numbers and the works of Cantor and Dedekind in the present book. Excellent popular accounts can be found in Excel 2000, Barrow 2005, Devlin 2000, Rucker 1995, and Wallace 2003. The philosopher Iamblichus reports Iamblichus circa 300 AD AB. To the Pythagoreans, God was not see discussion in S 2005. The severest generalization can be made. Whitehead 1929. Who was this relentless thinker? The titles of the text about Plato in his ideas can, of course, by themselves fill an entire volume. Here are just a few texts that I found to be very helpful on Plato in general. Hamilton and Keynes 1961, Havelock 1963, Gosling 1973, Ross 1951, Kraut 1992, on Mathematics Head 1921, Checklist 1951, Muller 1991, Holder 1999, Hertzbister 1998. According to an organ by the 4th century, the organ was written in 362 AD, but it did not give any details on the contents of the inscription. The words of the inscription come from a magical note in manuscript from Aristides. The note may have been written by the 4th century orator Sopatos, and it reads in translation by Andrew Baker. There had been inscribed at the front of the school of Plato, "Let no one who is not a geometer enter." That is, in place of unfair and just, for geometry pursues fairness and justice. The note seems to imply that Plato's inscription replaced unfair or unjust person in a sign that was common in sacred places. Let no unfair or unjust person enter with the phrase "one who is not geometer." This story was later repeated by no fewer than 5th-6th century. At the 5th-6th century Alexandrian philosophers, and it eventually made its way into the book Chiliades. By the 12th century polymath Johannes says circa 1110 until 80. Further discussions followed 1999. I was disappointed to discover a sample of many successful geological attempts can be found in Clark 1978. The 1st century philosopher and historian discussed in Chinese 1945, McClure 1908. To which the Neoplatonic philosopher Chinese 1945, Proclus circa 450. What we require is that those who take Plato circa 360 BC, the science of figures to a certain degree, Washington 1788, is no more real than shadows projected. Interesting discussion the allegorical be found in Stewart 1905. Plato's views form a basis for these interesting discussions of Platonism in its place in the Philosopher Mathematics Details 1996, Muller 1992, White 1992, Russell 1945, Tate 1996. For excellent presentation popular text, C. Davis and Hertz 1981, Barrow 1992. Mathematics become closely associated with divine. For discussion of this topic, see Bullen 2005. He argued the interest to astronomy. Plato's comments on the astronomy and planetary motion appear in the Republic, Plato circa 360 BC, in Timaeus in Logi. Philosopher and I. Muller discussed the implications of Plato's position. Philosopher 1975, Muller 1992. To publishes a novel entitled Novis Unperpetuus and Goldbach's conjecture by A.K. Doxiadis 2000. Innocent looking example known as Catalan's conjecture. For detailed description, see Ribbenboim 1997. For some mathematicians, philosophers, cognitive scientists, I shall discuss these opinions as examined in chapter 9. According to the Professor, the last bell 1940.